Hi, Zizaran here with another video for the upcoming Scourge Expansion League, talking about two unique items that really caught my eye and pretty much everyone's. And I'm very excited to talk about the Squire and Gravebind, two really cool items. There's just so much potential. There's probably going to be loads I haven't thought of yet. I was just like thinking about it on the plane and stuff. And obviously some things we're going to have to test out, like how they work and shit like that. But Gravebind, nearby enemies killed by anyone count as being killed by you instead. You killed this? I killed this. Looks like an absolutely phenomenal item for one of my favorite builds, Chains of Command, because you could animate this on your Animate Guardian. You could also potentially have one on yourself, one on the Animate Guardian. Maybe that just makes everything count as me or the Animate Guardian killing things. That would be very cool because you could have an explosion effect from yourself. You could have really high damage from the Animate Guardian. And every single kill that happens on the screen would count as a new animate weapon being spawned. So you would have like infinite uptime. Just very cool things. It means that you don't... you could have, for example, the damage enchant. You could have reservation. So much room here for really cool things. You could have the damage explosions, obviously. You could end up, you could do Impulsa with just really cool effects there. It's very exciting what you could do. Thinking like Animate Guardian would be very cool with this, but there's way many other uses too. Obviously like magic finding for a party, the Arcali's Fang, totems and traps getting on kill effects, so many cool things. Now it does determine or like matter quite a lot to what the nearby is. I don't think, unless I missed it on Reddit, don't think that's been specified yet. And nearby, sadly, for those that don't know, is the least specific term in Path of Exile. There are terms such as recently, which doesn't seem that specific. That always refers to 4 seconds. Really wish that they just said the range while holding Alt down on the item. And I think that would be very good. But they do look very interesting. Definitely going to be a chase item. I hope this is something that's incredibly rare with most of the new items that, yeah, you'll maybe find 1 or 2, and it'll be a very exciting thing when you do. They look like they're going to be extremely expensive, probably like 50-60x items. Now, there are some downsides as well. I do wish that they would at least have somewhere like between 30 to 50 life, or even if it was a roll of like 1 to 50, but having literally 0 life on uniques is pretty bad because it makes it extremely punishing and makes it, I don't know, I feel like they should be okay to fit uniques in a build. Like, it's nice to be able to mix and match, whereas it just gets very punishing because now that rares are so incredibly strong with influence rares especially, we're able to get like 140, 160, etc. plus life. Like, gotta remember, right, you can have such a high life roll, hybrid life, and strength. And some influences being able to get percentage life and stuff. It's incredibly punishing with uniques having literally 0 life. Next up, we have the Squire, which is quite possibly the most broken item Path of Exile's ever seen. It's 3 sockets, all sockets are white, plus 2 level of socketed support gems, and socketed non-exceptional support gems can also support gems from your main hand. That means that on a normal one, it would be a 6 link, but that's not the really special thing. You could do like a 10 and an 11 link with like awakened shaper items and stuff like that, because you have so many socketed support gems by. We have Mjolnir and Cospreys and some really insane things with our Arcali's Fang. So, I mean, our Arcali's Fang might end up being like the single most broken build this league, right? Because you have the on-kill glove thing, and then you have now like more links. Some players have been asking for this to be nerfed already because they say it's too strong. Honestly, I think this is a league where the player base really need a few things that are too strong. I think they'll be absolutely broken, which is why I hope they'll be very rare. I think it's okay if there's some broken things, especially for a league. They don't have to be this strong forever. But having different OP things every league is something I've been a big fan of. It doesn't need to stay OP. I think it's nice to explore new things, but it's funny that the flavor text is judge not the weak, for they empower the strong, and you can't use empower on this item. Very amusing to me. Very cool item. Again, very excited for the upcoming Scourge expansion. There are other cool uniques as well, but I felt like these deserved a video of their own because they are that special. And just so many different things we're going to see with these. We're going to see some insane builds. Like, just imagine like a really, really good Awaken Shaper Elder item, like a wand with like 6, 7, 8 links, whatever. Like total, it would be like 10 or 11 link items. So extremely cool. And just an honorable mention, really exciting about the Choir of the Storm change. That's been my one of my favorite items, or was my favorite item for a very long time. It used to be like, if you had 400% lightning rest, you would get 400% crit. Now it has a penalty of 30, and then it has obviously it's overcapped. So if you then after the penalty have 400% lightning, you would get 325 crit. Still incredibly strong, and I love items that just rework the way you look at the like more common things in the game. The fact that if you with purities and stuff had like 600-700 lightning, getting 700 crit chance from amulet, that's really cool. That means you can completely free up crit on your seal tree, and I think for me that's what Path of Exile is all about, like finding just weird ways to handle and deal with things. So very excited for the Scourge expansion. Hope you guys are too. Let me know if you guys have thought of some really cool combos for these 2 new items. And obviously, there are other new uniques too that look really special. Thank you guys so much for watching. Sub if you liked the video. But more importantly, try to die less than I do.